Hi everyone, welcome back to another catching up on daily life process video. So I am super excited to be doing these. So today is March 13th that I am recording this voiceover, and I have to tell you, I recorded this. You're gonna have to bear with me a little bit because I did this spread, I think it was like the end of February, so it's been a couple weeks. But as of yesterday, I am officially done with 2018, and I'm so excited. It's such a relief, such a, just, that extra stress off the chest. So I am very happy about that. And I still have a little bit more to do in 2019, but no problem. I think what I'm going to do is kind of like I did before, is take a break and do some regular 12 by 12 pages for you guys. So for those of you who may not be interested in these pocket pages, and then I will go and finish 2019. It's 2019, if you've been following along so far, because the format that I'm doing it in doesn't take very long at all. What I am using to do this with is my LE Studio monthly kit that I get, and this is the October's kit because I'm working on an October spread. And I also pulled in some alphabets. So I pulled in, I want to say October Afternoon. You guys will probably recognize them. I just was looking for an orange alphabet. And this spread is, I think, a little bit earlier in October than actually Halloween was. And so there's some things, at least this left-hand side, there's maybe the right-hand side has some more Halloween-y type items on it. But it was still October, and I wanted to, there's a lot of, the cool thing about their kits is it's not just specific to just Halloween. There are other things. So there's like fall, etc., maybe even a couple like thankful things, getting prepared for Thanksgiving type of things. So it works out really well. And so far along with this process, I can't remember all the things that I've talked about, but I am really excited to incorporate, my plan for 2020 is to incorporate some of 2019 and some of 2018. And I will do a flip through of both of the albums when I'm done. So far for 2018 and the last few years before that, I have 2 albums of each. And it's because I think there's more decorations, etc. 2019, I'm planning at this point, it looks like it's going to all fit in one album, which is really different. So it'll be interesting to see. But you can tell, right, just by that fact, the difference of the two and how it was done. So I'm excited for 2020 because I really want to incorporate a little bit of both. And I have not started my 2020 album yet. I think what I'm going to start doing is start maybe organizing the photos a little bit and try to get that part done maybe and get that going so that when I'm completely finished with 2019, I can keep up. I plan to, when I'm finished with 2019, I plan to start doing the 2020 album. I will catch up with it because it won't take me much longer to get started on that. And then I will do like either every other week or once a month video on those spreads. So these are the October Afternoon alphabet stickers I mentioned that I pulled in, and I love these. I love that word patch. There was not much room in this photo. As you can see, it's a selfie of me and my family and my mom and dad. We went to the pumpkin patch, and I wanted to add that on there just so that that information of at least of where we were was on there. I did not add the name of the pumpkin patch. I do plan to add a 12 by 12 scrapbook page, and you're even going to see I first put the word patch, but to me it just felt unfinished just having the word. Oh, I didn't write pumpkin patch. That's right. I wrote at the patch. And I'm going to show you, I even covered up part of my mom's face with that, at the words at the, but I'm not going to worry about that because that's just a fun photo that just basically is showing where we were and saying what we were doing. And like I said, since there will be 12 by 12 pages on, all that, then I'm not really worried about it because more information. Again, I'm just using these LE Studio. I think that at some point I bring in some either, I've mentioned that I have purchased like 1 or 2 of their 6x6 pads, and those have helped quite a bit because you don't get as many of the 4x6 cards, and so to fill in, because I've been using my Canon Selfie, which is something else I plan to change. I don't mind using my Canon Selfie here and there. I still plan to use it, but I got the Epson PictureMate yada yada 50 more words to that. I don't know what it is. Because I don't like that the Canon Selfie is not true 4x6. And by the way, I apologize, my phone is in the scene right there, but just so photos on my phone, just so I can make sure that I have it in the right spot. Well, not necessarily the right spot, but for my 2018 album, since I didn't use the app that puts the date on it, I like to quite often add the date separately. I don't do it for every picture. I just sometimes I will add the date. Another thing I like to do for some, but for some of the ones in 2018, is I like to outline some of the cards. And I do try to remember, if I outline one, I try to outline at least 2 others so that there is at least 3 around the page that have that outline. So it kind of brings in that aspect of the 3, the triangle, yada yada. The other thing I also try to do is I try to add in some photos. Again, because I use the Canon Selfie to print a lot of these photos, I couldn't just put them in there plain. I love, you know what I love that I might try a little bit more of in 2020 is adding white, just plain white borders to some of the pictures. I feel like that gives it a really clean look. I've never done that before, so that's going to take a little bit of playing around. But that one photo that I put in there, I just left. I'm not going to decorate it. I'm not going to do anything. It's a picture of some fields, and they're actually grapevines, which I have to say, I never really knew that grapevines turned colors like that. But it's like this huge field behind one of my children's schools that is completely, in this time of year, fall, whenever October, this would be the first year that I was dropping him off at school, and I was just in awe at how beautiful, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see in that photo, but all the yellow, it just was this beautiful fall color, and there's, you know, just a little house way in the back, and it was just so pretty, and I loved every day just watching and seeing that. And I decided, you know what, I'm going to take a picture of that because it is so beautiful. And I'm pretty sure I took a picture for my 2019 album as well, because I can't get over it. I love fall colors, so they're just beautiful, and it's just amazing. So that is another type of photo. I won't do a 12 by 12 on that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I won't. I don't really have much more to say. I do think on this one, I type up or handwrite my journaling and maybe say what that is, so people will know, why did she take this random photo of, you know, this field. So here is some close-up photos, and I am sorry about the glare. Like I said, because I know I'm going to do a walkthrough, I don't plan on doing any still shot photos. I figure this is good enough. I've slowed down this part so you guys can see it a little better, and until I do the walkthrough. And then if you have more questions, then feel free to let me know. So this is the right hand spread, and I don't remember, I think I add the days or like the weekdays. So another thing, which again, I apologize if I'm repeating myself, it's really hard to remember what all I've talked about with these because I'm spanning the time out in between doing these voiceovers. I'm also doing a bunch of voiceovers today because my kids' schools are closed, officially closed after today, so I figure today is the time to do a bunch of voiceovers so that you guys, I can do voiceovers when they're here. They are just, you know, there's noise and stuff like that. And you know, I still have that little bit of like shyness to them listening to me, which I'm slowly getting over, but it's a little weird for me, you know, to have, you know, them listening to me talk. So, which I don't do it with them in the room, but still it's like, oh my gosh, are they listening to me? So I'm sure if you're a fellow YouTuber, maybe you know what I'm talking about. Some people don't mind. I'm not going to do it with them in the room. I don't like having that extra noise. I don't want you guys to have to listen to that extra noise. So anyways, back to what I was saying. with all of my 2018 and 2019 spreads. I do them by weeks, so from a Sunday to a Saturday, and sometimes that could include 1 week, 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, and sometimes even a month. It doesn't matter. It's just I go off of the number of photos. But in those week spreads, I always have a date card, and I always put, you know, this is from October 3rd to October 14th, you know, anything like that. I don't know the dates, and but you will see the date card coming up for this one, and I don't really, I'm going to be honest, I think it's this spread that I don't really like, but basically I'm just going along and I am just adding any kind of little stickers. I work one card at a time. It seems to work the best for me. I don't worry about, you know, as I was doing this, I noticed a lot that I add the same things. Like I tend to always add something to off the side of the photo, and you know, either the top or the bottom, and it's usually like a label sticker or something. So it's a lot of repetition, but I don't let that bother me, because, well, at this point I am just trying to get this done. But when it all comes together, it really seems to look good. The other thing I think, though, I do enjoy the 2019 because it is a little bit more less busy, I should say, not more busy, less busy. But I also enjoy this 2018 because I feel like this is more of the scrapbooking process that I love. So it's a win-win, and that's again why I'm going to incorporate both of them into my 2020 album. So I will talk about that as I go along and do my 2020. So I did have somebody comment, though, that she also agrees if you want to streamline this process or do pocket pages, it's so much easier just to use 1 or 2 pocket pages and not have to plan out your photos. So I will mention that probably more than once, but I really recommend it. And I was thinking, I've actually come to the decision, because I was thinking, oh my gosh, I have all these page protectors. I don't want to waste them. You know, some albums you order and they come with like 5 different pocket pages, and I don't want to get rid of them. I don't want to waste them. You know, you can use them for other things like shaker cards and, you know, the acetate for things like that. I'm not afraid to do that. But at this point, I was thinking, how am I gonna, I don't want to sit here and have to figure out my layouts over and over. So what I've decided is I'm actually going to pick a page protector, use it up, which is kind of what I'm doing with this 2018 album. I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been a lot of the same album or page protector. So I've been really trying to use those up. So I think I'm going to pick a page protector size and just use it until I'm done. And then at the end, I will stick to the Becky Higgins A style, which is the 4x6 that are going horizontally top and bottom, and the 4 3x4, which are vertical along in the middle. And then maybe the other ones, like I want to say it's Design F by her, where it just has the 1 4x6 and the rest are 3x4. Those I don't mind as well, because those are super simple. But from there, I think that's my decision that I have made, because that way it will use it up, but I won't have to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So if you have a lot that you're stressing about how are you going to use them all up, just do it all at once. I even have some that are all 4x4, which I'm not sure I'm going to do that, but I might play around with a couple of those and again just use them all up. So we will see how that goes as we go along. So here is where this spread actually covers a big chunk of November. It went for a long time. I don't know if I do any journaling on this side. I have the picture there. You might see I took, okay, so I have a couple questions about, there are a couple apps. There's a lot of people I've noticed that ask how to get more than one photo on a 4x6. let me look at my phone real quick. I will tell you. Let's see. I use Pick Stitch. So PICSTITCH. There's also Pick Frame. There's also the Project Life app, I believe, that a lot of people use. I don't know anything about that one. There's all kinds of apps that will do that for you. So take a look. And if you have a Canon Selfie has an app. But one thing that I love about it is I had multiple of those photos there of those trees that I'm working on now. those are, I had to start going the back way because of road construction to pick up one of my kids from school. And it was a more annoying way to go. But then I started realizing every day I got to see these beautiful trees as I drove. And I got to watch them change colors. And it ended up actually being worth it. And I loved it. So I don't think that I journal about it. I think that I just have those on there. And those are just pictures of fall. And yeah, maybe I can't really remember. I apologize because it has been a couple weeks since I've done this layout, but I did just add that sticker to the middle, and I love the fact that I added all 5 of those photos onto that one 4x6, and it was perfect. Now, here is the date card that I mentioned that I'm not that crazy about. It is what it is. I'm going to add the dates on there from, because like I said, it was this date to this date, but I end up going back at a later point, and I don't think I show it, but I do end up adding a couple like drawn underline lines underneath the word thankful to kind of break it up from the word October. And I also used my ruler to help me line that up just to make sure the word October would fit. But that is pretty much going to sum up. You can tell this page spread went really quickly and easily. I think it was because of the kit, but yeah, so this is finished. Again, I am so excited to be getting this done. I'm super happy, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.